Hi, if you are relocating to the greater Seattle Bellevue market, my name is Emily Cressey, and today we're going to be looking at the latest MLS statistics. This is the month of July 2025, and we're looking at June, kind of closing out the first half of the year, the spring market, and our biggest selling and buying season in Seattle to see what is going on with housing prices, especially in some of the hottest markets for people who are relocating to the area. This channel is dedicated to folks coming from all over the United States and the world who are planning on buying a home in the Seattle area and looking at what's going on with housing. So let's dive in. What we've got up here right now is the median home sales prices. You can see the red line at the top represents Bellevue. The purple line is Redmond, where Microsoft is located. The black line is the city of Seattle, including downtown Seattle, with the big hubs of a lot of our favorite tech firms, as well as the University of Washington, all the hospitals over there. And the green line at the bottom is King County as a whole, going up to the top of the Lake Washington and a little bit above there, north to Linwood, and then down south toward Renton, SeaTac Airport, some of the more industrial areas, Federal Way, before you hit Tacoma. So again, looking at what we've got here, the Bellevue always leads the way on price. Bellevue is the most expensive market in the area, and it just tends to be very desirable, very clean, very convenient, and sort of the place to be if you can afford to do so. What we've got on our median sales price is a gentle upward climb. This is data that's trending over the last, blending a 3-month rolling average here. And if we look at a 12-month rolling average, we can see the trends even more clearly. We kind of peaked in 2022, the height of that COVID market, right before interest rates got cranked up on us, sending the market into a bit of a downspin. But we have been recovering since then, and you can see the market in Bellevue and other places as well is going up overall. I like to just bring that back to a little bit of a shorter smoothing period so that we can see what's going on now a little bit more clearly as compared to the last couple of years. So in this spring, here's 2025, we had a little bit of a slower spring, slower out the gates. We did come up a little bit toward the second half of the spring, but it was not a steep climb. It was not a meteoric climb. Bellevue prices overall are up only 3.5% year over year compared to where they were in the past. If you look down here at the bottom, so the lines for Seattle and King County, they were a little bit more steadily positive, and also probably have a little bit more data behind them to help them stay smooth, but a little bit more steadily positive up here. King County, we see climbed 3.4% year over year, Seattle 5.2% year over year, and Redmond led the way with the biggest price increases, 8.7% year over year, perhaps indicating some weakness last summer as compared to a particular strength this spring. So let's take a look at inventory now. We are seeing the number of homes for sale climb significantly. The green line, King County, is showing inventory almost as high as the peak from the post-COVID era when interest rates were cranked very rapidly all at once. We've got 62% more homes for sale than we did at the same time last year. Bellevue, you can't see it very well down here because the lines are so small. We only have 46 homes for sale. Redmond, 29 homes for sale, but that does represent a significant increase, doubling or more of the number of homes for sale at the same time in the previous year, suggesting that there's more inventory for buyers to choose from. Looking at closed sales, the numbers of completed transactions is fairly consistent to what it has been over the last couple of years. So even though we have inventory unlocked and more new listings coming on the market overall, we don't necessarily have more closings, suggesting that at least for some of the buyers, if they can't get their price, they may end up not selling. We're hearing this anecdotally with a lot of baby boomers and so forth. They want the price they want. They put it on the market, and if that doesn't work out, they expire or cancel the listing. Just as happy to sit on it and wait for the market to come to them. I had a guy emailing me from my website this week saying, I own the home free and clear. I'm not a motivated seller. I've dropped the price as low as I'm going to drop it, and my agent hasn't gotten it sold. So if he doesn't sell it, I'm going to turn it into a short-term rental or do something else with it. I don't have to sell. Looking at the days on market, we are still averaging or medianing at under 1 week here. So again, if you are relocating from out of the area, this is a component of our market which can create quite a challenge. A lot of folks like the idea of, looking at all the homes and then seeing one they like and flying in or coming in for the weekend and taking a look at the property. And it can be hard to execute that just because the homes do sell so quickly. If you are planning to come in for the weekend, typically our most popular day for new listings is Thursday. So we're going to see the most new inventory coming on Thursday. And then if it's going to be sold, oftentimes we'll use what's called an offer review date, which is where we say we're not going to take or review any offers until the following Monday or Tuesday. So we list on Thursday, we review offers on Monday or Tuesday with the hope that everybody will have seen it. Perhaps multiple offers will come in and we'll be able to create a bit of a bidding war. The price may be bid up. Buyers may be willing to waive their financing contingency, their inspection contingency, etc. So if you do want to come in on one of these buying weekends, you need to be prepared to choose one and make an offer and know that you might not be the only one making an offer on that property. Our alternative strategy, which I do for a lot of people as well, is to do a video tour of the property. And if you like it, you can make an offer subject to inspection. If it's a multiple offer situation, Bellevue, Redmond, more likely. I think at the peak of the market this spring, 50% of the homes in Bellevue were receiving multiple offers and 30% were waiving contingencies. So that just gives you an idea. If you see a real cream puff, a real hidden gem, right? Like a real cliche, nice house at a nice price, then you are potentially going to be competing with other people for that. So we can talk about how to handle that and what your strategy is for previewing properties. I have had people come in person and I have had people buy sight unseen based on video tours and then potentially following up with the 5-day inspection period where you would actually come out and inspect the home in person just to confirm that there were no serious problems that you weren't aware of. I try to show you on the video all of the bad things. I turn into the negative Nelly just for the home tour so that we can see cracks, we can see bad smells, we can see weird things going on in the neighbor's yard, and just sort of kick the tires and find out what's going on beyond the beautiful photoshopped pictures that we see in the MLS, right? So let's see as far as how much the homes are selling for. On average in Bellevue, 102% of list price. So again, we're looking at $1 million home plus in Bellevue, 1.7 is the median price home. So do the math and you can see that that's quite a significant price increase. The rest of the market, we are not seeing quite as much pressure there. Let's see, this is the percentage of the original price that I'm showing you now. And this is a percentage of the price that it was when it was listed. So percentage of original list price is similar on the median there. And then if we look at the average, we can see, again, Bellevue leading the pack, 104%. So some homes are getting bid up quite significantly. And as far as shows to pending, this means how many people are coming through the house with their agent touring the home. On average, 11 to 12. We, statistically speaking, tend to think that your home is going to sell after 10 people have toured it. So the fact that you're getting more people touring it, 11, 12 plus, median, let's see the average, 15, 14, 13 people. So if it takes 10 people to generate an offer I would suggest that we might be getting 1.5 offers on average, which does suggest that about half the homes are getting multiple offers. So just again, something to be aware of, and we can take a look at this. If you have a particular price point in mind, a particular city or neighborhood in mind, we can drill down. And this is for completed transactions. The MLS has now unlocked a new data category for us of pending transactions, so we can see kind of the status of what's going on even before this monthly MLS data closes out for the month. So it's a great way to gain some additional insight. If you'd like to talk about your move and kind of creating a strategy for that, you can pick up my relocation guide for sure. And then don't be afraid to schedule a 15-minute meet and greet with me. I'd love to find out kind of where you're thinking about going, if you need help choosing a neighborhood, your timeline, your price point, any kind of goals as far as being close to work or family, and I can help drill into this data a little bit more for you so we can get a customized plan based on your particular situation. I look forward to meeting with you again. It's just like a Zoom meeting. I think there's a link. Hopefully my assistant put it in the show notes, and we can do this in real life, and I look forward to meeting you there. But until then, I will see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching.